Hello everyone, tonight I will be doing the start of my Pride video for the LGBT community. It's kind of going to be to help you guys understand, to educate you guys, to educate me, because I'm not that educated on it either. My first interview is going to be with my granddaughter Hailie. So let's just do it. You ready?
Yeah.
You have anything you want to say before we start about the video? Or it was Hailie's idea for us to make this video. And, you know, I've made other videos for different occasions. Like I did the Black History Month. I've done several other videos for other occasions. And she's like, why don't you make a Pride video? I'm like, I don't know. I never really thought about it. But yeah, I'll make one. So this was a good idea. So you ready?
Yep.
You don't have nothing to say beforehand? Okay. So I'm going to ask her some questions and she will give us her answers. Okay, so what was the general public sentiment towards gay people or lesbians when you were growing up?
I mean, it wasn't something that was talked about when I was younger. You didn't bring it up, Hap didn't bring it up. None of my friends, you know, talked about it. It was kind of just a thing I knew about that I didn't bother to ask or, you know, learn about until I was older. I mean, I guess people were, like, they used the thing where people would say, oh, that's so gay, as an insult. So I guess that's about it. That's the most, like, that's the most educated I was on it when I was younger.
Okay, how old are you, Hailie?
16.
Okay. Okay, Hailie, at what age did you realize you were gay?
I wouldn't say there was an age I realized it. I mean, I guess when I came out, like, I was, what, 14 when I came out? But now that I think back to it, I had girl crushes before then, before I realized, oh, maybe I'm gay. I had girl crushes, but I didn't register them as girl crushes. I registered them as just being, like, a really close friend. But, yeah, I had girl crushes, and I didn't realize it was a girl crush until later.
Okay. How hard was it to come out?
Well, I didn't really get to come out to you. It wasn't hard.
Why didn't you get to come out to me?
Because I told my father because I was mad, and then he told Mom and you.
Yeah. Okay.
Being outed isn't fun, but Grandma's accepting, so. Well, actually, you didn't really say anything. You were kind of just like, okay. And then that was it. We didn't talk about it.
Okay. So, how long did you wait from the time you knew you were gay, lesbian, did you come out?
Not that long.
2 years?
It wasn't 2 years that I...
It wasn't quite 2 years?
I came out when we were here. But I didn't realize I was gay. I mean, it was right before we left Cumberland that I realized I was gay.
So that was 2016. So...
It was probably like December of 2015 I started realizing it.
Okay. And then you came out in 2016.
It was right when we came down. Like, it was a month or two after we came down.
Okay, so has the public opinion affected your decision to come out?
I wouldn't say the public opinion, more like my family's opinion. Because I know some of my family is not accepting at all. And then some of them were, you know, not so accepting when I came out, and then, you know, realized later that, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that, and have come around. So I guess not the public opinion.
Okay. What was your family's response when you came out to them?
My mom, well, like I said, I told my dad first. I don't know why. I wanted to make him mad. That's why I told him, because I know that part of my family isn't very accepting of it. But he called my mom and told my mom that he needs to control, or she needs to control her daughter, and that this isn't what God wanted for me. So my mom called me and was like, are you? I came out as bi first. My mom was like, are you bi? And I was like, yes. And she goes, oh, okay, that's cool. Literally, that was the reaction. It wasn't like, she didn't question it. She was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You want to come over later? Or I don't know. It was just a random conversation.
Okay, so how did your friends react to the news?
My friends were accepting as soon as I came out. Like, I wasn't the first friend of mine to come out, so it wasn't like a big thing. Like, of course it was a big thing for me because it was me coming out, but they didn't think anything of it, you know. I wasn't thought of any differently, and it was kind of just like my mom. Like, it was like, oh, you're gay, cool, let's go to the movies or something like that. So, yeah, it was great.
So the next question is, how supportive are your friends and family now?
Well, my friends have always been supportive. Family now is definitely, you know, way more supportive than when I first came out. I don't know about my, you know, biological other parental unit side of the family, because I don't talk to them, but my side, my mom, my gram, people I'm close to are all accepting of it.
Have you or anyone you know experienced a hate crime?
Yes. I'm not going to name the person just because I don't want to, you know, throw their name out on the video. But they have been told to go die many times because of their, you know, gender identity, sexuality. Many, many times. They've been sent death threats and all kinds of stuff.
Did a bug get you?
It scared me.
Okay. Have you ever felt discriminated against for being a lesbian?
Not personally, but I've seen many, many people, like, government-wise, and just people on TV being so, like, hurtful towards gay people when... What's the difference between, you know, two straight people being in love and two gay people being in love? Nothing. There's love there, so why does it matter?
What improvements have you seen in your lifetime regarding public sentiment and acceptance?
When gay marriage became legal, and what was it, 2015? It became legal?
In Maryland, right? Or was that everywhere? Oh, that was everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which was, you know, amazing. Now we can get married and it's not like a, you know, taboo thing, you know, which is a good thing. Now it's not just... I don't know.
That's okay.
I'm not good with words.
That's okay. Okay, so what have been your experiences with having a relationship with the same-sex partner?
Well, I've only ever been in one same-sex relationship, and I mean, it's the same as being in a straight relationship. You know, you love each other.
Except for she lives 9,000 miles away.
Yeah. That really sucks.
Yeah.
But, you know, the love is still there. We still talk all the time. We always FaceTime, and, you know, they are the same as having a boyfriend. Like, it's not any different.
You're going to love the next question.
What is it?
Have you ever dated a member of the opposite sex while knowing you were gay, and did you do it to hide being gay?
No. I haven't. Never. I did not date any guys while I knew I was gay. So no, that's a no.
Okay. Have you ever been physically attracted to a member of the opposite sex?
Yeah. A few.
Okay. So have you ever considered marrying your partner?
Ooh. I mean, I'm 16.
Yeah.
But...
Maybe that was the wrong question for you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I have.
Okay.
I think about it all the time. That's not an I guess, that's a yes.
How long did your longest relationship last?
18 months.
And that's the one you're in now?
Yep. And it's still going.
18 months, guys. Okay, so what do you think about outing someone?
That's horrible. You shouldn't come out for someone. Unless they ask you to. Like, you know, maybe if they're scared to come out and they ask you to do it, that's fine. But, like, if someone tells you that they're gay and then you go and tell other people when they weren't ready to come out yet, that's really wrong. You shouldn't do that to anybody.
What is your opinion of businesses refusing to serve gays and lesbians?
Why? Why would you refuse any business? If someone comes in to your Starbucks and orders a drink, they're not there because they're gay. They're there to order a drink. So why does it matter? You're losing customers if you don't serve gays. You know how many people are gay? and are not afraid to come out anymore because it's 2018, and you know, it's a little bit more accepting than it was before. So you'd be losing a lot of business.
What improvements would you still like to see in the treatment of gays?
Oh, well, I mean, hate crimes need to stop. That's horrible. Why would you, you know, want to hurt someone just because they like the same sex? That's absolutely horrible. Like with the Orlando thing. The anniversary of the Orlando shooting was, what, like a week or two ago?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
And that's 49 people were killed in that accident. 49 young people. And it only happened because people are horrible and think that just because we like the same sex doesn't mean, or means that we're horrible people and we're gross.
Do you think as a minority that you deserve special rights?
No. I think everyone should be equal. I'm not, when we do stuff like Pride, I got a comment on Facebook saying like, why do you need Pride? You're just doing it for attention. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, I commented back. And we don't need special rights. We want the rights that straight people have on a daily basis. We don't want to walk into a store and be called the F slur. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want special rights. We just want equality. We want everyone to be equal. It's not about having special rights. It's about being equal with everybody else.
Do you think there should be a special bathroom in businesses for gays?
No. Why would we need a special bathroom? I think that, I mean, you have bathroom. It's a bathroom. Nobody goes in the bathroom. I mean, maybe pedophiles, whatever. They go in the bathroom to creep. A gay person is not going to go into the bathroom to creep on you. They're going to the bathroom to go to the bathroom. So no, we don't need special bathrooms.
Okay. What are your opinions of providing a safe spot to go to in school for gays?
I don't understand what that means.
Well, if they're being bullied because they're gay, a safe spot to go to.
Okay, well, my opinion about school, they don't do anything about bullying, so I don't know what to say about that, because every school I've gone to, it didn't matter what you were being bullied for, they didn't really do anything about it. So that's a good idea, safe spots in schools, but they won't. Like, they'll say that it'll happen and then it won't.
Okay, do you have a gay idol role model, and who is it?
I have a few. Let's see, Hailie Kiyoko, she's a singer. Ellen, of course. Troye Sivan is a big one. Yeah, those three, mainly.
Okay. What do you think of gays adopting and raising children?
Well, it's the same as a straight family raising children. You just have 2 dads or 2 moms. So, yeah, great.
Do you think you were born gay, or do you think it was a choice?
Being gay is not a choice. That's it. It's not a choice. I didn't look at a girl one day and choose to like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't one of those things where I'm just like, I think I'm gonna like boobs today.
Can't believe you just said that.
Well, that's how it is.
Okay. I'm glad you was a girl. And said boobs. You're silly. Okay, so let's get back to the video. Have you ever done anything you might consider to help out the gay community?
I mean, this video will help educate people. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think there's a difference in public attitude towards gay men opposed to lesbians?
As opposed to lesbians. Yes, there is definitely a difference. People are disgusted by gay men, you know. They'll see 2 guys kissing and they're grossed out, but yet lesbians are sexualized. So, yes, there definitely is a difference in public attitude. Lesbians are over-sexualized, and, you know, there's been many circumstances I've seen on social media where straight men will go and watch lesbian porn and then go on Twitter and bash gay people, which, you know, doesn't make any sense at all. If you're gonna watch lesbian porn and then go bash gay people, then what's the difference?
Okay. What words of wisdom would you have for any gay youth that want to come out?
Thank you. And only do it when you're ready. Don't do it if you don't think you're ready yet, because you might regret it. I mean, sure, it's, you know, it's good to come out and all, but if it's not ready, like if you aren't ready, if you yourself aren't prepared for, you know, possible backlash or, you know, questioning, then don't come out yet. Do it when you're ready.
Okay.
And wait, I'm not done.
Oh.
If you do decide to come out and it's a bad, you know, a bad reaction, there's always people you can talk to. Regardless, like there's many places online, you can find a lot of people on social media to talk to about it. You're not alone when stuff like that happens, so yeah.
Okay, so that, Hailie, that is all the questions that I have for you. Is there anything that you would like to say to anyone who's scared to come out, anyone who's having those mixed feelings and not knowing whether I'm gay or I'm not gay? Any advice that you want to throw in there and add for anyone that might be watching this?
If you're questioning, then you don't have to put a label on yourself. You can just, you know, there's the umbrella term queer, which is basically some form of, you know, sexuality. So whether you're bi, you're questioning, you're gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, you don't have to label yourself. And if you don't know, if you're questioning, then, you know, explore that. Explore what you're questioning, and then you'll see. And if you're scared to come out, then maybe you're just not ready. And once you accept it yourself and you're ready, then you can come out.
Okay. Well, thank you, Hailie, for participating in this video. Thank you for coming up with the idea. And hopefully we educate some people. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that was Hailie, and we hope you enjoyed the interview. We hope that it helps educate people that don't understand. I mean, if you don't understand, you don't have to understand, to be honest with you. Just don't be rude. Don't be mean to them. Don't be mean to anybody. You know, you shouldn't be mean to anybody. But if somebody's gay, lesbian, trans, you know, and you're not educated with it, or you don't know about it, don't be rude to them. I mean, they're human. God made us all, and love is love. You know, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. All right. Peace, guys. Hello, everyone. Today, I am making a video for the month of Pride. This video is dedicated to Pride Month. This is also to help educate people on the LGBT community. So today I will be interviewing Terry. So let's just get right to it. Hello, Terry. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing, Marie?
I'm doing good. So you ready for this interview?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Well,
I'm a little nervous, but I'm willing.
Is there anything you want to say before we start?
Well, I'd like to thank you, you know, for, you know, doing the video and you know, having the courage to do it. And I'd like to thank everyone else, too, that's participating and, you know, the courage that they're having and coming forward and talking about this story.
Okay. Well, you're very welcome. All right, so let's just get right into the questions that we have here. Let me see. I've got to move my screen. Okay, so question number 1. What was the general public sentiment towards gay when you were growing up?
Oh, boy. Well, when I was growing up, it was very negative. They were looked on as basically a subhuman species of people. I came out in the early to mid-'80s, and it was a rough time then. AIDS had just hit, and no one knew the name of it yet. They called it the gay disease because it was hitting the gay population harder than anyplace else. And the government didn't care. They didn't provide any funds or anything to help. And the public didn't care. You know, we were dying in massive numbers, and it just seemed like no one cared. So we realized that if we did anything, we had to do it ourselves. So we started marches. And the lesbian community, it was not hit as hard as the male gay community was. But they stepped in and they helped. They helped care for our dying, and they participated in the protest. But it still wasn't enough. Then someone came up with the slogan, "Silence equals death." And it's been so true, because if we didn't speak up and tell the public who we were, that we were their children, we were their loved ones, we were their friends, their neighbors, their family. If people didn't know, they would just think it was somebody else. So we had to all come out and tell. And eventually the public did listen, and they spoke up, and then the government finally listened.
Wow. Okay, question number 2. I think you just answered that. What age did you realize? Oh no, what age did you realize you were gay?
Oh boy, I knew as a very young child, really, that I was different. I didn't have a word for it then. I just had different feelings than others did back then. And it wasn't until later on that I came to realize I even learned what gay meant, and I realized that I was a gay man.
But what age was it? What age did you feel that way?
Oh boy, well, at first, as early as I can remember, but if you only count from puberty, I would say 6 years.
Oh wow, at age 6.
About 5 or 6. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Question number 3. How hard was it to come out as a gay person?
At first, it was nearly impossible. I knew what my parents would say. And I had been called names in school all my life. And so I knew what friends would say. And I had no one to tell. And it wasn't until after I started in college, out of high school and away from all that, that I was able to meet other people like myself and finally tell, people about it.
Wow. Okay, so how long did you wait from the time you knew you were gay until you came out?
It seems like an eternity, but if you only count from my puberty years, I would say probably about 6 years I waited.
6 years? Okay. Has the public opinion affected your decision to come out?
Not at all.
No.
I have a personal motto, be true to yourself.
Yeah.
And I've always tried to live up to that, no matter what anyone else says.
Well, good for you.
What? It affected my... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Did you have something else to say?
I was just saying it affected how long it took now to come out to my parents and friends. But as far as the general public, that didn't affect me at all.
Did you come out to your friends before you came out to your parents?
Yes, a few. But they were new friends I had made, not my old ones.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Well, here we go. What was your family's response when you came out to them? I guess your parents.
Yeah. Well, I knew what they were going to say before I even told them, and I was right. The first thing they said was that they wanted to lock me in a mental institution. And I was well learned on everything at that time. I was a smart kid. And, you know, I told them that that was not on the list of mental illnesses according to the American Psychological Institute. And then they said that they were going to try to send me to one of those places where they supposedly reform, you know, gays. And I told them that that's a joke. It doesn't work. You know, what guys do normally is go there, come out, get married, and then have a partner on the side. Finally, they told me, or I should say my mom, because she spoke for both of them pretty much. They told me that they wanted me to leave town. And if I didn't move out of town, they would drive me out of town. Because they didn't want me ruining their good name.
Wow. This is parents that gave birth and love you. Supposedly,
Yeah.
right?
Supposedly. And I had a close relationship with my mother at the time. My father, all he kept saying was, "You're going to catch AIDS and die. You're going to catch AIDS and die." Well, I proved him wrong.
Yeah.
You know? But it drove a wedge between our relationship, and to the day she died, things were never quite right with my mom and me.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that. Okay, how did your friends react to the news?
My old friends, for the most part, suddenly didn't know me anymore. They treated me like I was a complete stranger. So I had to go out and make new friends accepting. And in a way, they became sort of my surrogate family.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so how supportive are your friends and family now?
Well, my mom's passed, as I said. My dad and I, we don't speak. There's a lot of other things that have happened there. But, and now the friends I have, they support me. I don't hang around negative people. Life's too short for that.
Yeah. You should always hang around positive people.
Definitely.
Have you or anyone you know experienced a hate crime?
At least 2 of my friends were shot and killed. One was shot in the face by haters. Myself, I've been called names, bullied, all like that, all through school. It was a living hell, really. And then after school, I would have gangs of people, you know, try to chase me down, you know, to beat me up just because of it. And, you know, I always have to run for my life.
Wow. That's awful. Okay, so let's see. Have you ever felt discriminated against for being gay?
I don't know if you can really call it discrimination quite, but I've definitely been treated poorly. Like once back in the 80s, I was standing in line in a department store, and the guy in front of me had been reading a tabloid that was said about AIDS stuff. We made a crack about that. And the cashier said, yeah, I think they ought to take all those gay people and put them on an island somewhere. And I was standing right next in line, and I felt so hurt. You know, I've never met that woman. I've never done anything to her, and for her to judge me like that. And I was with a friend at the time, and she went to the manager and reported it and said, you know, she had gay friends, and she felt hurt, you know, I can't think of the word. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
She felt personally insulted, you know, by the cashier's remarks.
Wow.
And now I speak up and say something, but I didn't at the time. I just held my tongue.
Yeah.
But that's how it's been a lot in places and stuff. I just never outright denied service, but always felt unwelcome.
Yeah. Okay, so what improvements have you seen in your lifetime regarding public sentiment and acceptance?
Oh boy. Oh, major changes. Major. It's been wonderful. Aside from the attack on that gay bar several years ago down in Florida, which was the mass shooting moment in American history.
We just passed the anniversary of that.
Yes. Aside from that, things have been really getting pretty good. It took a boy, a young gay boy who was out one evening, teenagers, and they took him out into a field, tied him to a fence post in the middle of winter, and beat him almost to death, and left him there to die in the cold. It took that incident. His name was Matthew Shepard, his record. That incident for people to kind of wake up and see a violence against gays and stuff. And the public attitude changed, and it's gotten better. The military has gone from no gays allowed to the don't ask, don't tell policy, and now finally to acceptance. Finally, gay marriage is finally recognized and allowed legal. It's incredible. It's far beyond anything I could possibly have imagined back in my head.
Okay, so what have been your experiences with having a relationship with the same-sex partner?
Well, it cuts down on clothing expenses. No, but seriously, I don't think it's any different from any other relationship, you know. We bicker with each other like an old married couple, you know. We can't have children, but we don't really want children. That was never part of our desire in life. Let's see. We don't show public displays of affection, but that's just how we are. We just aren't like that. But I love him with all my heart. He's my everything to me, and I would be so lost if he was not in my life. I don't know what I'd do. And if that doesn't sound like an ordinary, straight, loving relationship, I don't know what does.
Love is love, right?
Exactly.
Would you consider marrying your partner?
Yes, we've talked about it before. At the moment, we kind of see it, you know, really marriage is just a piece of paper.
Exactly, it is.
And we know we love each other, and that's really all that matters. But who knows, we might change our minds in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It depends.
Okay, how long did your longest relationship last?
Actually, it's my present one. It'll be 30 years.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. What do you think about outing someone? Like someone that hasn't came out, how about telling that they're gay or lesbian?
I think it's wrong, terribly wrong. I think everyone needs to come and turn time. Except there are some people that claim to be straight and are hypocrites. They cut down on other gays, and in the meantime, you know, they've got a boyfriend hidden in their closet somewhere. You know, people like that are hypocrites, and I say, you know, tell the world about them. They ought to be found out about.
Okay. What is your opinion of businesses refusing to serve gays?
Oh, I think it's wrong. It's very wrong. No matter what kind of service or business it is, you know. You go into a business expecting to serve the public. That's good or bad, you know, and there's all sorts of types of people. You can't pick and choose who you want to wait on and who you don't want to wait on. No matter what it's the excuse, it's just plain bad work ethic.
It is, and you know, many restaurants have the chefs. Most of the chefs are gay.
That's very true.
You know, I mean, so they don't want to serve the gay, but a lot of the chefs are gay.
And waiters.
Yes, I know a lot of them. Okay, let's see. Do you think as I can't say that word, Terry. Minority? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
Do you think as a minority that you deserve special rights? Oh, I am.
No. I've never wanted special rights. I want equal rights. I want to be treated like you would any straight person. I want to be treated equal. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay. Okay, so do you think there should be special bathrooms in businesses for gay people?
At first I thought, you know, that's kind of a ridiculous question, you know, because I'm a man, I'm going to use the men's bathroom regardless, you know. But then I started thinking, well, if someone's being bullied in a bathroom, or even for, say, like, trans people, I guess there should be a third bathroom available should anyone need it. The men's bathroom myself.
Okay. Do you have a gay idol role model, and who is it?
At last, but back when I was younger, it was Boy George of Culture Club.
I love Boy George.
Yeah. Oh, I did too. And Cyndi Lauper, Annie Lennox, people like that. People that, you know, the MTV was just coming on, and back then they played videos, music videos.
Yep.
And I was seeing all these new people on TV being free to be who they wanted to be and not afraid of it, you know. And I just thought that was just wonderful. Then later on, Princess Diana, oh boy, I loved her. She, you know, back during the AIDS crisis, she went into an AIDS ward. Back when a lot of people were afraid to even touch someone with AIDS. And she went in the AIDS ward and touched people and hugged them. And I just found that so amazing. Plus, you know, she was kind of treated badly and kind of kicked out of the the royal family and everything, and I felt like I could relate to her. She's really an amazing woman. But now I don't really have any idols. I just follow my own path in life. I do what makes me happiest.
Well, that's what you need to do. That's good. Okay, do you think you were born gay, or do you think it was a choice?
Oh, I was definitely born gay. No doubt about it. It's like that Lady Gaga song, you know, baby, I was born this way.
Yeah.
Now my partner, he has a family of 8 children, and 3 out of those 8 children are gay. You can't tell me that's not genetic, you know. I've known this from all my life, and people can say, oh, it's a choice, but unless you've actually felt that way at such a young age, you can't possibly understand and know that that's how it is. You were just born that way.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Do you think there is a difference in public attitude towards gay men opposed to lesbians?
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid so. Especially among straight men. Straight men will love being 2 women together. They really like that. But they are highly, almost offended to see 2 guys being together. But now, gay men and straight women normally hit it off pretty well. But overall, you know, you see 2 lesbians walking down the street holding hands, and you see 2 straight or gay men walking down the street holding hands. Who do you think is going to get the most hate out of all that? You know, it's going to be the men.
Yeah. That's a shame. It really is. Let's see here. What words of wisdom would you have for any gay youth that wants to come out?
Okay. Well, above all, be yourself. I can't stress that enough. Be yourself. And do come out, but make sure that before you do, you have a safe place to go outside of the family home. You need someplace to be able to go if should say something like what happened to me where I was kicked out. If that should happen to you, and hopefully it won't, you need a safe place to be able to go for safety.
Okay, so what messages do you have that the general public should understand about gays?
Okay, well, first of all, we're just people. We're just common, everyday people. No different from you or anyone else, you know. We be very effeminate, or we can be very butch and masculine. It runs the whole spectrum, men and women both. You probably even never know it half the time when you're next to a gay person. You know, we're just like you. And we're not a threat to anyone. You know, we're not more apt to hurt or harm anyone. Actually, it's probably a straight person is more apt to hurt or harm us. Now, there's always a bad few in every crowd, you know, but for like child molesting and stuff, they've proven that it's a married straight man that will most likely be the culprit in a child molestation case. While gays, you know, we have the highest number of young teenage runaways living homeless on the street. We have the highest numbers of suicides. People just can't seem to understand we need love, unconditional love. That's all.
Okay. What do you think the message of gay pride is about? What does it mean to you?
Gay pride means being who you are and being not ashamed to admit it. It's a time to remember yourself, but it's also a time to remember those of us who have come before you and those that have died trying to be themselves.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you would like to say that we missed? I think we covered about everything.
I believe so.
All right, Terry. Well, thank you for participating in my video, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Hello everyone, I am here with Natasha, and she is part of our Pride video for the month of June, and we are going to do an interview with her. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, here we go. At what age did you realize you were a lesbian?
I would say at 14, 15,
Okay.
I realized I like them.
How old are you now?
I'm 34.
34, okay. How hard was it to come out as a lesbian?
Extremely hard. Back then, the age difference was very difficult to come out, but today's time it's so much better. But back then I struggled for years.
Okay. How long did you wait from the time you knew you were gay, a lesbian, until you came out?
I would say maybe 17 or 18 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Has the public opinion affected your decision to come out?
Definitely, yes.
Were you scared?
I was terrified.
Okay. What was your family's response when you came out to them?
They were amazing. My mom and sister actually cried when I told them, and my father actually told me it's okay and he loves me and he hugged me. So that was a really positive.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me see. I lost my question. What's your family's response when you came? Okay. How did your friends react to the news?
They were amazing. They actually knew before any of my family members knew about it.
Okay. How supportive are your friends and family now?
They're actually amazing. They support me fully at the moment.
Have you or anyone you know experienced a hate crime?
Not me personally, but I know of friends that have been in a hate crime because they're gay.
Did anybody get hurt?
Not that I know of. no.
Okay. Have you ever felt discriminated against for being a lesbian?
Absolutely, yes, I have.
Has the public opinion affected your decision to come out?
Absolutely, they have, yeah. Definitely.
What improvements have you seen in your lifetime regarding public sentiment and acceptance?
A lot. The public and everything around me has changed so much, and I'm so grateful for that.
What have been your experiences with having a relationship with the same-sex partner?
It was actually amazing. I only had one, but it was truly amazing.
Have you ever dated a member of the opposite sex while knowing you were a lesbian?
Yes, I have. And that was the biggest mistake of my life.
Did you do it to hide being a lesbian?
Absolutely, I did, yes.
Have you ever been physically attracted to a member of the opposite sex?
Some people, maybe famous people, but not general people, no.
How long did your longest relationship last?
My longest one was 9 months.
What do you think about outing someone?
I think that's absolutely so wrong. That is not on anyone else's decision to do. That's up to them. When they are ready to come out, they will do it.
What is your opinion of businesses refusing to serve gays or lesbians?
I think it's actually BS, to be frank, because it's actually rude, because we are still human beings. We're not aliens or anything.
What improvements would you still like to see in the treatment of gays and lesbians?
Actually, a lot, because we still get being discriminated, and we get called names, bad things. We're not bad people.
Do you think, as a minority, that you deserve special rights?
No, absolutely not. We are still the same humans. We love someone else.
Do you think there should be a special bathroom in businesses for gays or lesbians?
It depends on the business. I would say if they have a thing against gay people, there should be a different bathroom before bullying occurs or anything like that, to prevent all the bad things to happen to gay people.
What are your opinions of providing a safe spot to go to in schools?
I would think counseling would be a safe place, I think.
Do you have a gay idol role model, and who is it?
Back then, years ago, it was Ellen DeGeneres, and right now, she's still my idol.
Okay. What do you think of gays or lesbians adopting and raising children?
I think it's amazing to be able to take that responsibility over for kids that don't have a proper home or anything like that. They can be loved completely.
Do you think you were born a lesbian, or do you think it was a choice?
I was absolutely born a lesbian, because by the time I realized I was really young, so it wasn't a choice for me. I was born like this way.
Do you think there's a difference in public attitude towards gay men opposed to lesbians?
Absolutely, yes. Gay men, straight men actually are very uncomfortable with gay men around them, and they seem to accept lesbians more than gay men. I have found that.
Mm-hmm. What words of wisdom would you have for any gay youth that want to come out?
I would say accept yourself first and be strong.
What messages do you have that the general public should understand about gays and lesbians?
They should understand that we are normal people, and we don't have a virus or anything like that weird. We are just normal people. We just love the opposite for same sex.
What do you think the message of gay pride is about, and what does it mean to you?
I think it's to open people's eyes, the general public to open their eyes. And to me it means it's a celebration of who we are and what we love.
Okay, so is there anything that you would like to add to this video?
Not really. I'm just want to say to people who still is in the closet to accept yourself first before you tell anyone how you feel about who you are, and to stay strong.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being part of this video, and can't wait to put it together.
Me too. I can't wait to watch it.
I appreciate you doing this. I really do. You know, my daughter, or my granddaughter, is a lesbian, and she's like, well, I think you should make a video for Pride Month. So that's why I thought, okay, well, I can do it, but I'm going to need help because I don't know what to do. You know, I'm not fully knowledgeable about it all. I don't have nothing against anybody, but I'm not fully, you know, I don't know everything about it. And she tries to tell me a lot of stuff, but, you know, I just don't know. So she's kind of helping me into... Huh?
I'm so proud of her. She's so young, and she can already accept herself for who she are.
Yeah. She definitely accepts herself, and you know, I love her. It doesn't matter whatever she wants, you know. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lose a relationship because of she wants to be with a girl. I don't really care. You know? I mean, look at me. I'm with my boyfriend's 27 years younger than me, so maybe I should do a video about robbing the cradle or robbing the incubator.
Also get the younger ones. It's just weird.
Yeah. I mean, I caught so much crap from people. When me and Tyler first got together, we caught so much crap because I was 48 and he was 21. And it was like, people just didn't understand it. And I didn't understand it. I guess it was love, because when I look back at the pictures, he looked like a little kid. It was like, holy shit. What was I thinking? But I mean, I love him, and we've been together 5 years, you know? Love is love.
Can't stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the age, the sex, whatever, it's love.
Yep, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Natasha.
I've been dreaming of my whole life.
Sorry, I've got a pair of balls with me as well.
Aww. Look how cute. It's adorable. Okay, so hi, Chris. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you, my dear.
Today, guys, I will be interviewing Chris for my Pride video for the month of June. So we'll just get right to it. Alright, Chris. Question 1. What was the general public sentiment towards gays when you were growing up?
I was born early 80s, so my first memories of it would be probably just when AIDS was really blowing up, so everyone was terrified. Then my family was also like redneck, big country family, so I never really heard much good to say about anybody gay as I was growing up. So it wasn't a good time. It was.
Okay.
Everyone seemed to be pointing at us as though it was all our fault. You know, that's what I grew up hearing.
Uh-huh. Wow. What age did you realize you were gay?
I remember probably, I couldn't have been more than 4 or 5.
Wow. Okay.
Because I just didn't fit in with boys. I was always with girls, and I just knew something was different. I didn't know the name for it then, but I knew something was different then.
Okay. How hard was it for you to come out as a gay person?
It was more stressful for me, I think, than it was for anybody else. But the first two people I told were the aunt that raised me and my grandmother. Both were fine. Both already knew, neither was surprised. My mother was furious because she was the last one I told. It wasn't that I was gay, it was that I waited till last to tell her. But there's still a lot of family that I've never sat down with to actually speak to because they don't want to know. They would rather just not know. My dad was probably the worst reaction because he just shut down. I don't exist now. So I left it that way.
Okay. How long did you wait from the time you knew you were gay until you came out?
I came out at 19.
Wow, you waited a long time.
I did. I waited until I had not really a relationship, until I'd gone out with someone, until I was 100% certain I was right. I knew through high school I felt no attraction to any girl ever, so I knew pretty much 99% that I was right, but I still wanted to go out with someone and know that I was dead 100% right before I told anybody.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
Yeah. Has the public opinion affected your decision to come out?
It did at the time. I didn't want to tell my family because I knew what their opinions were. I didn't want to tell anyone around me because I grew up in Stokes County, North Carolina, which is just total country. My graduating class was less than 200 people, I think, and they were all really country, as to the right as you can get.
Okay.
And I knew that it wouldn't go down well, so I waited until school was over and I only had to deal with my family, and then I dealt with that better.
Okay. How did your friends react to the news?
My gran and my auntie were fine. My auntie basically raised me, so she was not surprised at all when I told her. My gran as well, she lived with my auntie, so she was much the same. As I said, my dad just completely shut down and didn't want to know. Mum was angry because she and my auntie had always been really rivals, because Mum always thought I loved my auntie more than I did her. So she was more angry that I told her first. But I have got family that I tried to tell that didn't want to know. I mean, my mother's brother, for one, I actually sat down with him to try and tell him, and before I could get it out, it was, I don't want to know. Just don't tell me, I don't want to know. So, you know, it varied a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's people now that just assume they just pretend I don't exist.
Wow.
Which is fine.
So the next question was, how supportive are your friends and family now?
The people that were good at the time are still good. I know if I need anything, I can go to them and they'll be there for me. When I left the States and came to the UK, I found a lot more friends here, and I found a lot more acceptance here, and a lot, you know, there everyone wanted to be in the business. I mean, you know what country people are like. If you're in a small town, everybody wants to know what everybody else is.
Yeah.
And here, it's not like that. You know, people just, they don't want to know any more than what you want them to know.
Okay.
And here, I have found a lot of friends, and it's a lot better.
Okay. Have you or anyone you know experienced a hate crime?
yes, I can pinpoint one. My partner was 21 when I met him. He, a few months before I met him, had been attacked. He did line dancing at the time at night, and he was on his way back from that when two guys came out of nowhere and just beat the crap out of him.
Oh my God.
And luckily he was close enough to the pub thing that they were doing that his friends came out looking for him and took care of him.
Yeah.
So, you know, but that was probably the worst one.
That's awful about that. Him getting beat up like that. That's awful. Have you ever
It
felt?
would happen now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Huh?
No, I was just gonna say I don't think it would happen now.
Yeah.
It's
Have you ever felt discriminated against for being gay?
I have probably the most homophobic neighbors that I've ever experienced right now. Before them, I never really noticed anything terrible. But these people, I've lived in this house for 8 years. And for that solid 8 years, they tried to get us out.
Wow.
But they've finally given up now. They're leaving instead. But we won in the end.
You know, that's really funny, Chris, because when I met Tyler, I lived in an apartment building, and I was 48 and he was 21. And the people went to the office and said so many horrible things about us, because why are you letting that 48-year-old woman live with a 21-year-old guy? And I mean, there was so much stuff. They tried their best to get us kicked out of there. It's crazy. So it's kind of the same thing. It's not like, you know, I mean, I'm robbing the incubator. I'm not robbing the cradle. He's young, you know.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same thing. It's the same kind. People just want to be hateful. And it's, you know,
it really is.
God made us all, and to me, love is love, and that's just it. You can't help who you fall in love with. It just happens.
I've always said that I thought if God hadn't wanted me to be this way, He wouldn't have made me this way. So, you know, I don't believe He put me here and wanted me to be miserable for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
I'm happy.
That's right. Well, that's good. Okay, so what improvements have you seen in your lifetime regarding public sentiments and acceptance to gays and lesbians?
Right. The biggest ones I've seen, when I first came to the UK, it would have been probably 2003. Between my first and second times here, they brought in civil partnership here, which was their first version of gay marriage. Then, just a few years ago, just before actually, I think it came in the States, we got gay marriage. It went from partnership to actual marriage. So it was on an equal level with with opposite sex.
Uh-huh.
So that's probably been the biggest one I think I've seen.
Okay. What have been your experiences with having a relationship with the same-sex partner?
It was a bit difficult at first because of where I grew up and because of what kind of atmosphere I dealt with. I've never been one to show public affection, or I won't hold hands, I won't do anything like that, because I'm always afraid someone's going to jump out and say something, or someone's going to want to attack us or something. So that caused a lot of stress in the beginning, because anyone that I tried to have any kind of relationship with would not understand that it wasn't because I didn't like them, I didn't care about them. It was because I felt unsafe doing it. You know, it was my own hang up. It took a long time before somebody finally understood because they'd had to go through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that person now I've been with for 16 years.
Okay. Have you ever dated a member of the opposite sex while knowing you were gay?
No, I've never dated anybody.
Okay.
Aside from,
Have you ever been physically attracted to a member of the opposite sex?
not that I can remember. I had one friend in school. She was my best friend. It was the one friend actually I had during school. And there was a point where I felt like it would have been easier if I had just gone with her rather than coming out. But I didn't want to do that to her because it would have been fair in the long run to her. Because I knew she had that kind of feeling for me that I didn't for her.
Yeah.
It would have been really easy to just throw a mask on it and go with it, but I would have eventually broken and she would have been heartbroken. I just seen her as a friend.
Yeah.
And I've kept her as a friend because of that.
Well, that's good. Have you ever considered marrying your partner?
This one is actually funny. 3 days after I met Pete, he asked me to marry him. Literally 3 days after I met him. And we have not gotten married yet, but it's always there in the back of my mind. I fully believe we will at some point. I think between our hang-ups, between my problems with my family and his problems with his, that's what holds us back, because we want them there, you know. As much as we don't get along with them, we still want them there. So I would definitely go down that route.
Mm-hmm. How long did your longest relationship last?
The longest one I've been in is the one I'm in now, which is, it'll be 17 years in December.
Oh my gosh, that's a long time. Congratulations.
I was 19 and he was 21.
Okay. Wow. What do you think about outing someone?
See, I went through that with a couple of people, and it was really bad. I usually think if someone hasn't come out, whether somebody thinks whether it's been long enough or not to somebody else, they may have a reason that they're not doing it. You know, they may not be safe with their family. They may be trying to come to grips with something themselves. I have a friend who, as far as anyone knew, he was straight, but in the background about not being straight, and he got to a point that he was so terrified of how much he would let out to me that he would cut me off, because he was afraid I would out him. He was that terrified. So I've seen how scared it can make people, and I've seen how much damage it can do. So I don't really think it's a good thing. I wouldn't do it to anyone myself.
Okay. What is your opinion of businesses refusing to serve gays?
That one, that's never really bothered me. I've always thought if my money wasn't good enough, then fair enough, I'd take it somewhere else.
Yep.
If it's a private business, then that's fair enough. That's their decision. That's their money loss.
Okay.
I'll go somewhere that does want me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what improvements would you still like to see in the treatment of gays?
I got you now. The biggest thing I would like to see is there are still countries where being gay can be punished by death. So I'd like to see that go away. And I'd like to see some kind of... I'd just like to see everybody on an equal playing field. I don't want special rights. I don't want anybody else to have special ones. I just want the same ones everybody else has got. You know, I just like to see everybody have that.
Yep, I understand that. Do you think, as a minority, that you deserve special rights? Which you just answered that. You don't want special rights.
Yeah, I don't think that's
okay.
necessary.
Do you think there should be a special bathroom in businesses for gays?
Do I think there should be a special
bathroom in businesses for gays?
Bathroom. Now, maybe not for gay people specifically. I've never saw a problem with just unisex bathrooms, but I'd like to see people be able to use a bathroom that they want to use, maybe for a transgender person, for example. Whatever they identify with, I'd like to see them be able to use that without people feeling like they're in danger. Because, you know, they're only going to be, they're not coming to bother anything, they just want to go to the bathroom. But I can understand some people's fear, because it's natural, I suppose, if in your mind you're thinking that a person who's claiming to be trans might not be. But I can't imagine someone actually claiming to be trans and going through all the hell that goes with that just to get into a bathroom.
Right.
I just wish people would think about it a bit more logically.
Yes, just because you're gay does not mean you're going to go in the bathroom and look at somebody's little boy, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're transgender, it doesn't mean you're going in there to harm somebody. You're just going to the bathroom. You're just...
Yeah, I mean, they're going to do exactly the same thing we are. They just want to go wee. I mean...
I think sometimes, and I didn't put none of these questions, and I don't know if I'll throw this in the video, but I think sometimes people think, oh God, he's gay. He might mess with my son. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're a child molester.
Now that one, I can say my other half did really.
And just because you're transgender does not mean that you're going to go mess with somebody's child. That's where I think people are coming in with, ooh, what if he messes with my child? Or what if, you know... I really feel like that's what people feel. And I mean, there's so many straight men that are child molesters. So why not be scared if your child goes in the bathroom with a straight man? Same difference.
I mean, I've always thought the same. I've always known that was the root of people's fear of it, and I've always thought it was silly. Because when I was growing up, a lot of people around me thought if someone came out as gay, it was because they'd been abused as a child and they got confused. You know, so I can see where that thinking comes from, because it's something that's been going on for years. You know, it's just one of those things that a human brain decides to do without really thinking about it.
Okay.
At least as I was growing up.
Yeah. Well, I went right off subject there, didn't I? That's okay. What are your opinions of providing a safe spot to go to in schools?
I really would have liked that if they'd had that when I was in school. Because it would have saved me missing so much school. Between probably 6th grade and 12th, I never missed less than 40 days a year, because I couldn't face going in, because I knew what it was going to be like when I got there.
Wow. And
if I had had a place I knew I could get away from it and just regroup, I would have been okay. So I can see a benefit for that.
Wow. Do you have a gay idol role model, and who is it?
I don't have one that comes to mind. I have a lot of admiration for the generation before me, because they had to do a lot of the fighting. You know, anyone that was born sort of in the 60s, 50s, that era, they had to do a lot of the fighting that stopped us having to do it. You know, Hailie's now is in a much better place than what she would have been, if not that. You know, if it had been my generation in the 80s and 90s that was having to do all this fighting, you know, she would have been in the place I was when I was growing up, and I wouldn't want. You know, I'm glad she's in a much kinder and more accepting place than what I went through.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like with Terry. He often says to me that you're going to think he and I compare notes because we often come out with the same thing. But it's because we both had such similar childhoods. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing anybody's family reject them just because of that.
Right. Right. Okay. What do you think of gay people adopting and raising families?
I've always wanted to adopt. I've always hoped we'd be able to. In fact, we've always said if we were going to adopt, we would go with special needs because they're the ones that nobody ever wants to adopt. I would much rather see kids adopted than see them sitting in a foster home or see them sitting in social services.
Yeah.
You know, that's no good for anybody.
Nope.
I'd rather than be in a family.
Okay. Do you think you were born gay or do you think it was a choice?
I don't ever remember making a choice. I remember just as soon as I started to become aware of other people, immediately knowing that something was different. So, you know, I can't say that's the same for everybody, but for me, I never made a choice.
Okay. Have you ever done anything you might consider to help out the gay community?
I volunteer with a couple of the groups on Facebook that work with younger gay and lesbian kids who are having depression or suicidal tendencies or anything like that. We're there to talk to them and try and keep them on the level. I run my own animal rescue, which tends to go along with the lesbian gay scene because they're the ones that tend to work with me to adopt out and that kind of thing. And I do donate once a month to a couple of the charities here that are for homeless youth or LGBT.
Okay. Do you think there's a difference in public attitude towards gay men opposed to lesbians?
In my experience, yes. For me, and for a lot of the lesbian girls that I've spoken to, they'll have straight men who find the fact that they are going with other women erotic for them. You know, it's like it's one of their fantasy type things. Because lesbian porn is actually one of the most popular things among straight men. But when it comes to gay guys, I've always found that straight men are afraid that a gay guy is looking at them the way they would be looking at a woman. They're always afraid they're being checked out whether you're doing it or not. They do tend to react differently.
Okay. What words of wisdom would you have for any gay youth that wants to come out?
I would say, if you know you're not going to be safe to come out, there's nothing wrong with not doing it. If you want to wait until you're able to be on your own, that's your decision, and more power to you. Don't let anybody push you out. You know, do what you feel is right for you. Don't just assume because somebody else comes out at 12 that you have to do that. You know, if you know your parents aren't going to like it, then don't do it. You know, wait till you know you're safe to do it.
Okay. What messages do you have that the general public should understand about gays?
The biggest thing I would like them to understand is because I've always said that I wish they would realize that we are just normal people. We're not that different from anybody else. You know, we have the same bills and lives and boring times and everything else that they do. You know, it doesn't make that much difference. You put us in a room together, we're going to have the same kind of experiences. There's something that's always bothered me, especially for gay men, is a lot of society has an impression that they are just party animals who are constantly jumping from one guy to the next, and it's not like that. I mean, certainly there are people like that, but that's true of straight people too. In my experience, no gay couple has ever wanted anything differently than what a straight couple wants. You know, we want a home, we want a family, you know, we want the white picket fence and everything else just like they do. And I don't think they always realize that.
Yeah. Alright, what do you think the message of gay pride is about, and what does it mean to you?
Now, my original answer for this was that I had never felt particularly disposed to go into gay pride, because I'd always felt a bit weary of it. But knowing that you guys went yesterday actually made me want to go. As if Hailie's brave enough to go, I think I should be able to be brave enough to go too. I actually said to her earlier, thank you, because I'm going to go now. But I think it serves a good purpose, because it isn't just for gay people. I think a lot of people don't realise that. There's oftentimes a lot of straight people, a lot of families, and they're just there to be supported, and I don't think a lot of people realise that. But I think until we get to a point where there aren't still gay people being killed for being gay and things like that, it needs to be there. It needs to have that visibility, because otherwise people aren't going to think about it as gay. Or people usually think, they usually go down the path of least resistance. You know, if it's not there in front of them, then they just pretend like it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Until I came to Europe, where I was closer to countries where it is still illegal to be gay, I never thought about it. But now it's always in the news here, so I think about it a lot more. And it's always something, when there is a crime going on, you know, there's always some part of it will be dedicated to them, you know, either fundraising or handing out information or something like that. So it does serve a good purpose.
Okay. Well, that's the end of our questions. I thank you so much for being a part of this video and telling your story. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I just want to say, don't judge a book by its cover, and just because I'm gay doesn't mean that's all I am. You know, I'm an animal rescuer, I am a carer, and I'm everything I've done. And I'm proud of who I am. And it took a long time to get there, and I'm not going to let it take it away.
Wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you for being in the video. And
well, let's just say thank you for being supportive, because you don't have to be who you are. And we appreciate it.
oh, you're welcome. Okay, so that was Chris Keaton, and I I hope you guys enjoyed his interview.
Moment I've been dreaming of my whole life.
Okay, guys. I am here with Hailie, my granddaughter, and she has some questions for me.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you feel about having a gay granddaughter?
I don't feel any different about having a gay granddaughter than I did of having a straight granddaughter, or not knowing. I love her. I mean, I love her for who she is. To me, it doesn't matter who she wants to love. And, I mean, I don't feel any different. I feel the same. So.
Good answer.
Oh, okay, good.
Ready?
Yeah.
What were your feelings when you discovered I was a lesbian?
My feelings when I was shocked at first. I'm like, are you sure? Huh? You know, because Hailie had many boyfriends when she was growing up. So, I guess I was kind of shocked. I guess that's my feeling. I was shocked.
I feel like at first you thought it was going to be one of those, you were like, it's a phase.
A phase. It could, yeah. I might have thought that. I'm not really sure. I think it was more of a shock because...
You didn't expect it?
No, I didn't expect it. And you had boyfriends. You were boy crazy when you were little.
I wouldn't say I was boy crazy.
She was boy crazy.
I was not boy crazy.
I think she was boy crazy.
I wasn't boy crazy.
Okay, well, that's
I don't
okay.
want you looking at me.
Okay, Lou, she doesn't want you. Okay, go ahead.
Would you rather me date a man?
It really doesn't matter. I'm not going to say yes or no, because if she wants to, it's fine. And if she doesn't want to, it's fine. So, doesn't matter. I love her for who she is.
Unless I adopt children, what's your opinion on me not having, or on you not having great grandbabies?
Well, I hope I'm alive when it comes time to you having me some great grandbabies. I don't think she has to adopt. I think she can get artificially inseminated, or however that word is. So, you know, if I don't have them, I don't have them. But hopefully I'm around and I do. And she just, you know, there's all kinds of technology now. She's the female and she's got the eggs. So she can have me some great grandbabies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Louie, stop. Stop. What are your feelings on having gay friends and followers?
Oh, I don't have any problems. I have many gay friends. Most of them are male friends. I do have, I'm trying to think, just one. I have one lesbian friend, and she's a wonderful girl. I mean, I love her. I'm not going to say names because I don't know if they want to be posted out on here, but up north, this girl was a really good friend of mine. We played cards every night. She would come over to my house all the time, so I don't have a problem with having gay friends. I don't know how. Okay.
What advice do you have for parents/relatives of a gay person? So if your friend's daughter or son came out to them, what would you tell them to do? Like, how would you...
So the advice I have for parents is, you delivered your child, you love your child. Whatever decisions your child makes in life, you should always love your child. It doesn't matter what they... You know, yeah, you don't want them running off and doing crazy things like drugs or stuff like that, and you want to straighten that out. But whoever they choose to love, you know, it's up to you to continue to love your child. That is your child. I mean, I know, and I want to bring this up, but I'm not going to mention any names. Okay, so I have a friend that has a child that knew from age 4 or 5 that she was transgender. She knew she wasn't the opposite sex of what she is. And that child, the fear of not being accepted and not being loved, that child almost killed herself so many times. Okay, so parents out there, if your child comes to you and says, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm transgender, I'm
whatever,
whichever, any sexuality, and you turn on them, wouldn't you rather have a gay child a transgender child, or would you rather have a dead child? I mean, I hate to just put it out like that.
That's how it is.
But
though.
I would much rather give birth to a son and have that son want to be a girl than to lose my child all the way around and have that child die. Because when they don't get accepted, they think of suicide.
Who are they supposed to turn to?
They
don't
have no
anyone to
one.
turn to.
And
it's
at
their mother or father.
such a young age, this child tried to kill herself. I don't know how many times. It's awful. Okay, so parents out there, just be open, okay? You might not agree. You might have to learn to grow and live with it. But love your child.
And don't treat them any differently when they come out, because that's a fear I had. Because I was scared people were going to treat me differently because I came out, which, you know, is a real thing. People do that. They will treat you differently when you come out. So don't do that if your child ever comes out to you. Don't act like they came out to you. Just act like everything's normal, because everything is normal. Being gay is not any different from being straight. So don't treat them any differently than you would if they didn't come out to you.
So that would be kind of the suggestion that I had towards parents, relatives, friends of any gay person. I mean, if you love this person before they tell you they're gay, there's no reason you can't love this person after they tell you they're gay. It's either love this person or sob because they've hurt themselves or they died or
they just cut you off.
Just
because people will do that.
Be open. Parents out there, if your child comes out to you, be open. That's my advice. It is. I mean, don't freak out. Don't jump to conclusions. Your child needs counseling. Your child needs this. Just love your child. Love your brother. Love your sister. Love your...
If you take your child to counseling because they came out to you, you're a bad parent. Don't ever do that. If your child comes out as gay and you take them to counseling, then...
Unless the child needs counseling for something else that goes along with it, you know. Yeah,
okay,
there's nothing wrong with counseling.
When people come out as transgender, a lot of times they have what's called body dysphoria, and it basically, like, if you are born a female and you are trans, you know, to a male, a lot of times people have, like, body dysphoria because they have, you know, boobs or, you know, whatever else. And you can go to counseling for stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you take your child to counseling because they are gay and you want them to not be gay, you're a bad parent. Okay. And you shouldn't have kids.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Here we go. Where are we at?
Have you learned any lessons from gay people?
Have I learned any lessons from gay people? I guess just to be more open. I don't know.
And not to think, like, don't assume anyone is straight. Like, because you thought I was straight for the longest time. And I'm not.
Okay, so I guess the lesson I learned was don't assume anybody's straight. I don't know. I don't know what lessons I have learned. I am, you know, I'm not very well educated on the LGBT community. So this will help me too. I've never, like, I'm not gonna not love my granddaughter because she's a lesbian. I'm just, you know, it's not gonna happen. I will love her till the day I die. I will love my gay friends, you know, till the day I die. So, I guess if that's a lesson, I learned a little bit making this video on more of what it's about and what Pride's about. Hailie's teaching me. She's my teacher.
I've got a question for you.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. She's got a question for me. I'm in trouble.
What does LGBT stand for?
Lesbian, bi...
No, LGBT.
LG. Lesbian, gay... What's the next letter?
BT.
Bi, and transgender.
Good job.
Okay.
Now if I add the
Yay.
QIA, do you know what that stands for?
QIA?
Yep.
I don't know. You
Okay.
you tell me all these, because she starts telling me something about a pansexual and
Okay.
I don't know all these things. I'm not educated on this.
Pansexual basically means you would date anyone, regardless. So you would date a girl, a boy, someone who, like, anyone who's trans, anyone who identifies as gender fluid, so sometimes they feel like a girl, sometimes they feel like a boy. Which, thinking about it, I probably would more identify as pansexual.
You would?
Yeah.
Alright, so what are the other things that you told me? Because you told me pansexual, there's
asexual, which is you don't feel sexual attraction at all.
So you don't... Oh, you just...
You only feel romantic attraction. So you would be attracted to someone romantically, but you would never be sexually attracted to them.
Oh, okay. Now
That's
what...
asexual.
That's asexual.
Mm-hmm.
Now what's the other ones?
Q stands for queer, which is the umbrella term for, you know, gay. Like, if you didn't identify as... If you didn't know if you were identified as gay or bi or whatever, you could just say queer, because it's like an umbrella term. And then the I, I'm not 100% sure about.
You don't know what the I is?
No.
So she's got to learn too, guys.
We're going to see what the I is. Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe. My phone's dying. LGBTQIA+. What does the I in LGBTQIA stand for? I have a feeling I know what it is. Intersex, yes, that is what it is. I don't exactly know what intersex means, but I knew that's what it stood for.
Okay.
And the Q can stand for queer or questioning.
Questioning. Okay. So I guess we're done here, and I hope that we educated you guys. And I know I learned a little bit from making the video, which, you know, it's helpful to know. The only last words that I would like to say is just be kind. God said love everyone, and God made us all, and He loves us all. So it doesn't matter what gender or what sexuality we are. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be kind in the comments. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye.
Hi, I'm Shauna.
Hi, I'm Mika. I'm a FTM. I'm transgender.
Peace.
Peace out.
My name is Terry Craig, and I am a proud gay man.
Hi, I'm Natasha, and I'm proud to be a lesbian.
Hi, my name is Chris Keaton, and I am a proud gay man.
I've been dreaming of my whole life. We
Stop. You better go in with the baby. Come on.
I'll get her.
Go get her. Get her. Go.
No.
He's going to probably jump at the door and... Oh, oh, oh. That's what he's going to do. He's going to jump like a freaking kangaroo. Oh, that was on film, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, oh. Louie's jumping like a kangaroo.
Are you ready?
Yeah, just about.
Okay.
Louie, you got your shit stringing out there, buddy. Get down.
Ew.
Get down. Move. 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 Come on, Louie. Really? Come on, you little turd bucket. Oh, now I got it tilted down too far.
Okay. That's it. It's not a choice. I didn't look at a girl one day and choose to like her. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't one of those things where I'm just like, I think I'm gonna like boobs today.
Can't believe you just said that.
Well, that's how it is.
Okay. I'm glad you was a girl. And said boobs. You're silly. Okay. So, I mean, look at me. I'm with my boyfriend's 27 years younger than me, so maybe I should do a video about robbing the cradle or robbing the incubator.
also get the younger ones. It's just weird.
Yeah. I mean, I caught so much crap from people. When me and Tyler first got together, we caught so much crap because I was 48 and he was 21. And it was like, people just didn't understand it. And I didn't understand it. I guess it was love, because when I look back at the pictures, he looked like a little kid. It was like, holy shit. What was I thinking? But I mean, I love him, and we've been together 5 years, you know.